Make a video?
What the heck? No. Let me turn this down. I came up with a song. Goes check it one, check it two, check it one, two. What do you think?
I think it's a hit.
What do you think about that beef jerky?
It's interesting.
And shut up. Shut up
What kind of
immediately. Shut
what
up
kind of meat
immediately.
is it? Is it regular meat?
Yeah,
Like
it's
just
beef,
beef?
man. What are you talking about? Listen, you don't like it?
It's very dry.
It's beef jerky. What are you saying? Checky one, checky two, checky one, two. You don't like it?
Yeah.
Listen, it wasn't me. I wasn't the one that did it. I
You didn't
didn't
make this beef
dehydrate.
jerky yourself?
I didn't make that beef. It was Magic Mike. Magic Mike did it. I thought it was tasty.
There's no salt.
It's seasoned.
Yeah.
It is seasoned. Let me bring you
Well,
down here. I keep
Mike, if
looking
you're
up.
watching,
There
I'm
you
eating your
go. Magic
I'm eating your
Mike.
I'm eating your beef.
Magic Mike. Let's try this podcast like Irish gangsters.
All right.
All
Do
right.
that, Mick. I can talk like that.
Talk like that.
Welcome
I
to
can't do
content,
it
that
better.
guys.
Talk
Not
like
Irish
that.
gangsters. You want to talk like
Or
British gangsters.
Twitter, Facebook,
Welcome
TikTok.
to content, that guys.
What do you want to do?
Guys,
You want
for
to grow your
eyes,
business. Do you want to grow your business? Do you want to grow your business?
You want to make a video?
I do want to make. Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy last days of 2022. How did 22 treat you, Will? So I
Like this.
like nowhere you got the lotion. Is that what they say? So I'd like to know where you got the lotion
The lotion.
to rock the
Is
boat.
that is that like a Jergens commercial?
I
I'd
don't know.
like to
I don't. I
know
don't.
where you got the
You got the lotion.
lotion. My
I don't. Isn't
2022
I
was
think that's what they say. I don't. I don't know if they do or they don't. I'm not sure.
my 2022 was wild. I
Was it?
started working with you at the end of 2021.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been
And
on
you're
that
still here.
Leduc train all year.
Yeah, man.
Leduc Duke. That Leduc train.
Do do
Leduc
do do
Duke.
do 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 ooh ooh do 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 do
Come on, right that train.
do do do.
It's been a fun
The
2022.
Leduc train.
We've been getting it done. Slave to the grindstone. Been grinding
Mm-hmm. We still grinding.
all year.
I will say this: enjoy the journey. The journey is short, and it's getting shorter. The journey is getting shorter by the day.
I
So
feel the
don't
opposite.
wait
I mean,
around.
yeah, enjoy the journey, but I feel like the journey has still got a long way to go.
Sure, but like if you're not enjoying yourself, what's the point? And
Yeah.
that's the message for today. Is are you enjoying your journey? Are you enjoying where you are, what you're doing? Are you, do you dread waking up? Do you dread going to work?
I think we all do sometimes.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's not, it's not a perfect day, but at the end of the day, are you fulfilled? Are you living the life that you want to be living? Did you create it for yourself? I'll tell you, the sacrifices that I've made over the years to get to this point was well worth it. Did I know at the time? No, I did not know at the time. Did not know that if these sacrifices that I was making was going to get me to where I'm at today. And who knows? It's still it's still being written. It's still a journey being told. So
The
who knows
rest
where
is
this journey
still
will lead?
unwritten.
It's true. It's so true. It's so true. I think 2023, guys, is about taking action. I think 2023 is about committing. Is
Commitment.
was
That's my word.
was Will's word for 2023. I think you definitely need to go all in. Because here's the problem if you don't go 100% in. And as an actor and as an acting teacher back in the day, something that I would always talk to actors about when they were approaching a scene or approaching a character. A lot of times, not a lot of times, but if you're putting in like what 70% or 50%, and you're just kind of trying it out, well, you really don't know what it feels like to go all in and whether it works or not, right? Because then at the end of it, you can put in 70%, and if it doesn't work out, well, you have that 30% where you can say, oh, I didn't really try. I didn't really try that hard, right? And so you can lean on the fact that you didn't try so hard, and so if you get rejected, you don't feel so bad. But when you go 100%, then you are subject for 100% ridicule, 100% rejection, and that stings, right? Like that when you go 100% and you don't make it, that sucks, right? But here's the thing: if you don't do that, you'll never learn, you'll never grow, you'll never get to a point where you understand where your limitations are, where your strengths are, where your weaknesses are, and you can't really grow if you're putting in only 70%. So you gotta go always all in, right? Will, gotta go all in.
Yes, all in.
How do you go all
All
in?
chips on the table. How do you go all in?
Yeah,
Um, I think you have to get to that point where you're like, this applies to like your personal life. This applies to your business life. Like, you're ready for your business to grow. You got to be at that point where you're ready to like push all your chips in and be like, I need to spend $100,000 on advertising this year. That's what I got to do. I'm going to push it all in. Let's go. Or I need to. I want a new car for myself this year. I gotta make it happen. Like commitment. That's
gotta
all
do
in.
it.
It's just like it's a leap.
Why do
It's a leap.
people
You just gotta
why do
leap.
people not do it?
You're
More
scared.
comfortable? They're scared. They're scared
Fear.
to go all in.
They're fear.
Why are y'all scared to go all in? Comment below. What is stopping you guys from doing that one thing that you guys have always been wanting to do in your life?
Joe Biden. Joe Biden stopping me from doing what I want to do. Joe Biden.
Thanks, Obama. Remember, thanks, Obama.
I do. I do. I do. I think
You're
it's fear.
breaking
I think
up. Is
that's
that my stream or is that your
uh,
stream?
my stream is clean. My
It says
stream is
having issues.
clean.
I am having issues.
Melanie wants to know where the live stream
I don't
is.
believe so. Get
You're breaking
on
up.
Facebook. Get on Instagram.
Get on TikTok.
Not on
Get
my end.
on
It
LinkedIn.
must be
Get
yours.
on YouTube. Get on them all. I I see fine. You're clean, crystal clear on my end.
Yeah, Will, it's your connection.
All right, I'll bounce. Bye. See you. Bye.
Or maybe it is mine. Connection
I
is
think it's yours.
unstable. If you're on Wi-Fi, try plugging in to your router. Oh, this is
Yeah,
just shit.
mine's clean. Don't blame it on
But
me.
over here it says four. But you are clear here on LinkedIn. All right. Well, we're clear then. Whatever.
I got that
I don't
fiber
understand.
internet. My stuff is
We got to get
crystal.
fiber over here. We do got to get fiber. Ellen, what's up? Ellen, what's stopping you from moving forward on that thing that you've always wanted to do? Comment below.
Ellen just went all in. Ellen just got married. She's all in.
Ooh, that's all in. That is
That's
all
all
in.
in.
Getting married is all in. I have to tell you, I watched a video by Alex Hormozy, I don't know how you say it, on AI. Kind of freaked me out a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm excited by it. I'm also scared by it.
I hate it.
I've got some fear. Well, we hate it. We don't. It's here.
I know.
It's one of those. Yeah.
I don't like it. Like I didn't do the I chose not to do the AI portraits that everybody did a couple weeks ago. I
Yeah.
didn't do it. I didn't do it. My
Yep.
brother's an artist. He gets paid to be an artist. And that AI stuff is like stealing from artists, taking their work and applying it to other to make a portrait of you. And those
Yeah.
artists are not getting compensated in any way, shape, or form from that. And
No. Well, here's the
that's
deal,
not
man.
cool.
Writers it's gonna replace writing. It's gonna replace
Again,
screenwriters. It's gonna
that's
replace.
why I don't like it.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
don't
and
believe
look, it's
I don't believe that an AI can accurately tell the story of the human condition the way a human can. I don't believe it.
I, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
I mean, if you have
I think
terrible
maybe
taste for
not at this
stories,
point.
you might be down with AI stories, but if you're an intelligent human being, you're gonna be able to tell like this was written
Well,
by a
here's the
robot.
deal.
There's no heart.
Will here's the deal. In the future, you won't know. That's what they're saying. It's like they're
They're doing AI
computing
voiceover. They're doing AI acting
everything.
now. Yeah,
Everything. It's crazy. And so it's one of these things that's just going to change the landscape of what it means to be a human.
I think it's a fad.
No. That's good. You think it's a fad?
Yeah, I think like this kind of AI, like AI for like automating, like the Alexa or Google Home, like or hey Alexa, turn on my lights. That kind of AI, I believe, is here to stay. But AI in the creative field, I don't believe that's ever going to catch on.
I don't know.
I think people will lean on it as a cheaper way to do things, which is, in my opinion, kind of shitty. To be like,
Yeah.
I'm going to let this automated thing do it for me, so I don't have to pay a human. Um,
And
but
that's where the ethics come in,
uh-huh,
right? That's
yeah,
that's where the ethics
that's
and
where part of the others
and
come
the
in. But
morality.
I don't want AI generated art. That's not art.
Here's the deal.
It's not. It's not art.
I no, I know. I feel you. How do you it's going to get to the place. I mean, look, we're in the infancy. And here's the thing, right? We get things from like the government and things that are already made, right? There's things that they're not going to release to us for another 3 to 5 years, right? Before it comes in, like GPS and things like that were in existence in the military before we were subject to it, right? So I think that there's things out there, obviously 3 to 5 years away from us being able to use it, that I'm sure that the military and other government agencies are probably already using. But you should watch this video because it's pretty.
I'll try. I have a hard time
It's
watching Alex Hormozy.
Yeah, no, in one of those. Yeah, I feel you on that. I
I
will
can't
send you
like
the. You know
he's hard
what?
for me to look at. I'm like, bro, who's keeping your beard up? Like, what is going on with that beard? Like, it looks like you glued it on your face. It's hard for me to look at.
Well, and he always has the thing on his nose too, like to the breathe strips.
Yeah, he's just a strange man. But I know lots of you love him.
I am gonna
It's just
put
not for
into the
me.
chat the video because it really had me in my head all damn day yesterday. And he's talking about how it's going to change, obviously the creative industry, the business and entrepreneurs, relationships, sex, all like the whole thing. And here's the deal. I don't know if it's a fad. I think it's here to stay. I mean, I think it's just going to continue to get more and more robust. And Melanie says, what classifies as art? Oh, very interesting.
I think
Very interesting.
art is made by a person. It's made by hands, by the mind. Like a computer cannot. It doesn't have. It's a human thing. Like a computer can't make art. A computer can make a product, but there's no thought or feeling behind it. And that's what, to me, that's part of what classifies something as being artistic.
Okay. Yeah, I can agree with that.
If there's no humanity involved in it, then that's not art.
Right. Do
Like
you
when my
think that
dog
we're
goes
going
outside
to
and takes a
ever?
dump, that dump that he leaves in the grass, it's not art. It's just a dump.
Yeah, I did. Melanie said, "Did you ever see the video of the bleeding robot?" I did see that. Did you ever see it, Will?
I think so, yes. The one that has to clean up the oil spill constantly,
Yes.
and it's going to keep doing it until it runs out of fuel finally and dies.
Right.
Right, but a person made that. A person came up with that concept.
Right.
The
Were you
robot is
affected by that?
the art. Yeah, it's sad. It's a very sad piece of art. But the robot
What
itself
did
and
did?
what it's
Yeah, it was
doing,
sad.
that whole concept was come up with by an artist. That's the art.
Yeah, I'm gonna
That's not AI.
say. Oh man, it's a crazy thing, man. I'm telling you, it's like it's one of
Nobody
those things
started
that
on
that
this
Chat
AI.
GPT. Have you seen Chat GPT?
No,
So
don't know
basically,
what it
what
is.
you do is you write in it, and you can say, "Hey, write me an ad for a plumbing company," and it'll spit out. It'll spit out a whole
Boilerplate.
article
So and so
about
plumbing company is the best plumbing company in
yeah.
the Greater New Orleans
But
area.
let me tell you
No one
this.
plumbs a toilet better than John Plummy
Let me tell
Boy.
you something. It's super creative. It's super crazy. I'll share it with you, and you'll be like,
I
"Who
will
wrote
not.
this?"
I will not call it creative
Okay,
because
what would you call it?
that's not creation. That's a machine, like making something. That's not art. That's not creative. That's
I hear you.
that's you
I hear you.
typing in a sentence and letting a machine do the work for you.
Here's.
That's not
I,
creativity. That's just letting a machine do it for you and
I
not using
feel
your
you.
brain at
I
all. And
agree.
then we're
I
all going to
agree
turn
with
into
you.
the blobs in Wall-E, and we're just going to be riding around in carts, floating around, not doing anything.
How do you? I get what you're saying, and I feel you. I 100% feel you. That's what I was dealing with yesterday. What I'm talking about is how do we leverage this technology because it's here to stay. And not only is it here to stay, it's going to get more and more robust. It's going to get better and better and better. Like how does that like it's one of those things that like you change with it, you
I mean, if
adapt
that's
with
the
it.
case, then like the whole Skynet deal in Terminator 2, that's going to happen.
You think so?
We're going to be in pods, and they're going to be sucking resources out of our bodies to power their own machines so they can continue
The
going on,
Matrix.
and we're going to be in the Matrix.
You think so?
I mean, it's gonna. That's
That's a
if that's what
possibility.
they're wanting AI to get smarter and smarter and smarter and smarter, so it can continue to do the things that we do ourselves. Then what's the point? What is our point? What are we here for at that point? What's the point
That's
of
the
us?
question.
What's the
That is
point
the
of being
question.
here on the earth? You
Is
know,
it
I saw a video
experiences?
the other day talking about AI, and it was that idiot Elon Musk. And yes, he's an idiot. He didn't make an electric car. He bought a company that makes electric cars, with slavery money from diamonds in Africa. But
Mm,
anyway, he was talking about how AI and how what it's going to lead to, because so much stuff is going to become automated. There's going to have to be a universal income globally for everyone to
right.
be able to survive, because there's not going to be any work for anybody to do.
At that point, what is the purpose? What is the purpose of living?
Yeah. So that's why you go and you live in the woods and you make your own art, and you
Yeah.
fulfill yourself creatively.
Is
And
it so at that point, is it about experiences in life? Is
I
it
think
about
it
the human connection?
I think it always has been. But I think when you start adding these AI programs into the mix, then you are just eliminating more and more of that human connection and those experiences. You're just letting a machine have them for you, and
That's
that
scary.
sucks. That sucks. I don't want to live in a
That's
world like that.
scary.
Like, no
Yeah.
thanks. You can have your machine do your artwork for you. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to let an artist make my stuff for me. I come from a family of artists, so
I think
I have a
here's where I think this is my theory. This is my theory because I don't think it can be stopped at this point. I don't think it can be stopped. I think that it's just going to
We
continue.
we have to get John Connor on it to stop it. John Connor will stop it.
Get to the
Connor.
chopper. No, I don't think you
John
can stop
Connor.
it at this point. It's one of these things that you're going to have to accept.
I mean,
It's
I'll
like
adapt
when
to it. I'll adapt to it however I have to adapt to it, but it doesn't mean I'm going to like it.
no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I think
I
at that
haven't
point.
purchased anything from Amazon in 2 years. I haven't
Oh,
made
good
an
for you.
Amazon purchase in 2 years because I think that they're ethically, I think they're a disgusting company the way they treat humans in their
Right.
distribution centers. So I decided not to spend my money there. And I can do the same thing with, AI stuff. If I find out it's a company that's using AI to write all their material or to create all their stuff, I just won't give them my dollar. That's really all I can do. Beyond that, I'm a one person. I can't do anything more than that.
What if one use that I do like about AI is to get past writer's block, take what they write and rewrite it to improve it. Yeah. I mean, yeah, for sure. It can.
Who said that?
Ellen did. Um, here's what I believe. I believe that
I believe in God.
there's so much that we don't know
Sure.
about just the universe and just different ways of being and tapping into just other dimensions and things like that. I think we're going to get to a point where the AI will be able to take all of the information and disseminate it in like a few minutes rather than like 4, 5, 10 years that it would take one person or even a team of people, right?
You
Scientists.
talking about like scientifically, like
Scientifically, yeah, for sure. 100%. Like, figuring out how to
and
create,
if it can be used to
fusion
advance,
and
if it can be used to create advancements in the medical field, great. That's
I
awesome.
think it will. I
So,
think that that's what's going to, I think that this is what's going to,
where I have the problem is in basically letting a machine create art for you instead of paying an artist or doing it yourself. That's
yeah.
where that's ethically where I'm just like, I don't want a machine generated painting on my wall that
I
it
agree. But
has
what
no
I'm saying is
there's no feeling
in
behind
5
it.
years,
It
will
means
you
nothing.
know? You may
I don't
not
know.
know.
I'll try to figure it out. I mean, there's ways that you can be sure, you buy directly from the artist.
That's true.
Um, you know, then you're giving your money
And
to an
maybe
artist.
maybe at that point, the authenticity will become
You put a premium on
the
that.
premium. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all like, oh, this was human made.
This was
This was
handcrafted,
human
just like
made.
handmade, handcrafted piece of furniture made by a carpenter that was made by a carpenter. You pay a lot more than you would when you go down
Yeah.
to IKEA to buy a couch.
And here's the deal. I think that's
Same
going to
deal.
bring. I think that'll bring humanity together a little bit. I think it'll bring humanity together in a more. I don't know. Just it'll bring us together in a better way. But here's the deal: in the future, who knows what that's going to look like? 50 years from now, if we're able to use, if this AI, if it's as quick as it is now, think about what 50 years is going to look like, and us being able to live to 200, 300. You know what I mean?
You think in 50 years, life expectancy is going to be 200 to 300 years. You
For
think
the
they're going
people
to
that are born in 50 years, probably.
You think people will be 200 to 300 years old?
No, I'm saying in 50 years, people
Right.
that are
That's what I
born
mean.
in
You're saying people that are
2070
born in 2072,
could live to
2070,
200,
they live
250. Easy.
250 years old.
100%. I believe that 100%. Because you're
Okay.
thinking about, look, you're thinking about what kills people? Cancer, organs shutting down,
Disease.
cells. right?
Disease.
Disease, all of that.
Yeah.
If you have medical technology that's growing at an exponential rate, where they can figure out how to, who knows, harvest organs and, and make them amazing at working. What makes us think that we can't, make it to 250, 300, and then at that point being able to
Do you want to live that long? You want to live for 300 years?
yes, I would love to. 100%. Yes, I would love to. I would love to. There's so much shit I want to do. Yes, if I could live to 200 and 250, yes, I would. Yes, I would welcome it.
It's a long time.
There's so much I want to experience.
The United States of America is not 250 years old.
I know. I think people could do it though. If we don't, if something catastrophic doesn't happen. But here's the reality that I think it's all cyclical, right? Like it's a complete circle. It's a pendulum, right? Things are going to swing in a positive direction and then in a negative direction. In the positive direction and the negative is the yin and the yang, right? It's just, life is going to be great and then life is going to be shit. And then life is going to be great and then life is going to be shit. That's what I truly believe. Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's just what it is. With everything, with AI, there's going to be amazing, incredible things. And then there's going to be the exact opposite. Like, people using it for nefarious reasons. And
what's the technology where they can take your face and put it on somebody else's body?
Deep fake.
Deep fakes. That's AI, right?
Yeah.
So that's what's going to happen is like, people are going to be unsuspectingly put into pornographic films.
That's happening now. That's happening now. That's what I'm saying. Like these things are happening now.
That's unethical. That's awful.
Of course it is. Just like, but look, killing people is unethical and awful, and it happens. You know what I mean? Like that there's bad people in this world. Just like there's good people in this world.
Andrew Tate.
Just like, are people going to use? What's that?
I said Andrew Tate, bad person. There's an example right there.
Yes, and we'll definitely get into Andrew Tate. But this whole AI thing is just, man, it's going to make.
I don't know enough about it. I just know that what I've seen. I don't know enough about it, but what I have seen of it, as far as it writing scripts and writing articles and making art, all that stuff just leaves a really bad taste in my mouth.
I agree. Let me tell you something. I watched that video and it had me just in an existential crisis, like all day yesterday. Just, I was thrown off. I was like, man,
what's the need for our services if somebody can just
at that point
have a robot do it for you?
But here's where I'm gonna bring it back. Bring it back, Mondo. Bring it back. This is where I'm gonna bring it back, because of that inauthenticity and your feelings on AI. I also have my reservations about it, right? Like I definitely feel strongly about it. People are going to want to understand that they're working with a person.
I would think so. Just like we want when we get on the phone and we call a business, we want a human to answer. We don't want a machine to say, press 1 for so and so.
Here's the deal. Google has a program called I don't know I need to see what it's called, not Google Talk or something like that, but there's a person that you can speak with. You would not know that they were a robot. It sounds like a person. They have, they could take at this point, they could take my voice and create me talking on a phone, and you wouldn't know the difference. Or you might know the difference.
I would know the difference.
You would know the difference. But like somebody that you didn't know, like if it was just a cold call,
like if
you may not.
Is that robot going to go, bruh?
Yeah, they
bruh.
might. They might. They might. My point is, as humans, we will learn how to adapt. I think we're also going to learn how to, to use things. to the betterment of humanity. I also think that other humans are going to use it for nefarious reasons. That's that's what I believe is happening. But you know, using it, using it to benefit people, I think is a good thing. And using it ethically is probably the way to look at it. And how to incorporate that, and how it's going to affect us in general. I mean, dude, that's what I'm telling you, man. Yesterday just really rocked rocked me just to the bedrock, man. Um, but with the marketing, people want to deal with people. People want to deal with people. I think the AI coming about is really going to strengthen the human connection,
Yeah, so like,
right? Because I think we're
is AI gonna like creep into the legal field? Like, are we gonna have AI lawyers and then AI judges determining guilt and innocence of someone?
could happen. It could
Do
happen.
you is that what we
Do I
want?
want that? No, no, no. But I think that it could absolutely happen. And it's one of those things that look at history, man. We have tons and tons and tons of examples of people resisting change, and people resisting not wanting to do something, and then that just overwhelms those people, and that becomes the norm. You know, so I
Mhm.
don't I don't know the answers. You know, and maybe we won't want to live in a world where it's like that,
That's when I'm gonna move to the moon.
right? Then
I'm gonna
maybe
live
that's
on the moon.
maybe we all go back to non-technology things, and go back to the caveman era. Maybe that's it, right? Maybe we take it to
I don't
this
know if we
is
go to that extreme,
this is the apex, and then that's it.
and then we're just
And then we
walking
start over.
around with clubs and beating pigs to eat, trying to catch a pig and beat it with a club
Maybe.
to eat it. Yeah.
Maybe. Or what's who knows? Who knows what that iteration looks like?
So a lot of people who feel like we are the at the I don't necessarily feel this way. There's a lot of people who feel like we are at the time we're currently in is the tail end of the human race. That like we're on the down slide, and whether that means there's an evolution coming or whether we're going extinct, I don't know. But there are a lot of people who feel like we've reached a point where we're just killing ourselves, and who knows? Maybe that is what we're doing. I
That
don't
we're
know.
killing ourselves,
Yeah, that like
but we're
this is the
living longer than we ever have.
yeah, but the Earth is not going to provide resources forever. The resources that we need, and
But
I'm
that's the
not
thing,
saying
right?
again. I'm not saying that I agree with it. I'm just saying that there's people who think that we are. This is the tail end of our species. That we're on the downslope, which might be another 3, 4, 500 years, could be 1,000 years. But in the terms of like you know the scale, the life of span of the Earth, we're on the tail end. There are people that think that.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily agree, but
Could we? And he was, and you got to watch this video. You got to watch this video because he was also talking about the future in terms of like, if we have all of my thoughts and my beliefs and my voice and my, everything, like just, we create content on the daily. Is it possible to take all of that and throw it into, I guess, the computer world in order to get to the deep, far spaces of the galaxy, and figure out what that's like, and be able to like continue living in that way? But at that point,
of the
are
galaxy or
you
of
like
like
universes and
existence.
stuff? Yeah, existence. I
Through
mean,
we're gonna reach new universes through by with AI. Is that what you're saying?
yes, that's because he can't be, because we can't survive a trip like that. But
Right.
AI doesn't need to sleep, doesn't need to eat, doesn't, can't be injured. Obviously it can be dismantled, but could we, you know, and then could aliens already be here as a result of that, right? And not the fact that how we're experiencing aliens. Are we experiencing aliens through the computer, right? Like through
What if
AI,
we
through, you know
are
what I
the
mean?
aliens, man?
Right. Wasn't that what Prometheus? Wasn't that movie?
Yes, the god, the yeah,
It was,
that with aliens, yeah, yeah. Where there's
yeah, yeah. So I
the
mean, who knows?
those
Who
dudes
knows,
created
man?
Earth. Those giant aliens made Earth, made man. They were God essentially. Yeah, you're starting to get some deep philosophical stuff here on the last 2 days of the year. Happy
I
New
don't
Year,
know, man. I'm
everybody!
telling you
The
that
ship's going down. Woo!
I don't think so. I mean, if I think that if we believe it's going down, then it is. I totally believe in manifestation still. I think that there's things at play that we don't
I'll tell you
really
what. I'll tell you
understand.
what will happen if AI starts creating art. Starts taking the place of artistic stuff, live entertainment, live performance, theater, music. That's going to be the thing that people like are craving because they know that it
Yeah.
wasn't made by a computer. You
Yeah.
know, there's a guy playing a guitar. There's a woman singing. There's people on the stage acting, and I know that they're not computer generated. These are real humans making real art. I want to go see that. So that'd be
Yeah.
good for those people, like you said. I think that the man-made, handmade stuff will become a premium if the AI artistic stuff really takes off. And I think that you know there will be people who are down with it and are happy to have an AI generated piece of art on their wall or watch an AI generated television show or read an AI generated novel, but it's not the same thing, man.
It won't be. And here's the deal.
It'll be
I think
cold.
that once again, I think that people are going to adapt and they will change and things will become more important. Other things will become less important, and but you're gonna have you're gonna have the gamut of the different personalities as to who's with it, who's not with it, who wants to live that way, who doesn't want to live that way, you know, and
You think
an
AI
and an
could be? You think AI is going to be able to make comedy?
I don't I don't know.
I
I
just
don't
have a hard time
think
believing AI
so.
is going to be able to develop a sense of humor.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, who knows? What if in Japan? And I believe I read this somewhere. I'm not speaking as if this is the truth, but I believe in Japan they believe that that machines do have souls, like that that the machines are not
Well,
that
also
they
in
were
Japan,
created.
you can buy used panties out of a vending machine. So,
Can you?
yeah, that's a pretty normal thing in Japan. So,
Is it?
dudes in Japan have a thing for panties.
I don't know. I didn't know that. I mean, look, I don't
Yeah.
know. Who am I? Who am I to say? I don't know. I don't know if that's if that's
They don't
true or
believe that
not.
machines have souls, like your car has a soul.
Yeah, like that it's if it's created, if it was created that that it has a soul. I mean, there's a book. It's called The Magic of Tidying Up, and Marie Kondo is the one that wrote it, and so she talks about how when she's decluttering, that she thanks something before she gets rid of it because she feels like it has an existence, like it has not, I don't know necessarily think it has a soul or whatever, but but it's aware of itself and it has energy, and that you're thanking it, and you're like, all right, I appreciate you being my nice little paper clip for the while that you were, and now I'm giving you to the next level of wherever it is that you're going to go to. It's an interesting concept. It's an interesting
I don't
concept.
know. I don't know.
Anyway, look, man, I was rocked. I was rocked by it. Watch the video. You may not. It's one of those videos that just is really like eye opening, because I think, once this chat GPT came out and the AI like pictures and all of that, like it's it's uh it's here. Whether or not it's here to stay, I believe it is. You know what I mean? I believe it's one of these things that we're going to live with. How we're affected by it, how we turn, how we change by it. It might be so unrecognizable. I mean, think about 100 years ago what life looked like in
Oh no, I won't
in the
there.
1920s. Yeah,
I weren't there. I
but
don't know. I
it
guess it
was
looked like the Great Gatsby, right?
right.
That's what it
Or that
looked
was the
like.
30s. Was it 30s or
No,
the
that's
20s?
20s, bro. That's
Yeah.
the roaring 20s.
Yeah. So I mean, who knows, man? It'd be unrecognizable today if somebody saw 100 years into the future. Back then, they'd be like, "Wait, what is happening?" And who knows? What if we're just living this? This just computer generated
It's not
existence.
we're not in a simulation.
No,
No.
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 How? No, you don't believe we're in a simulation? What do you believe?
Mm.
I'm not saying
I,
I'm not saying I believe that. I'm
I
just
believe
saying.
I believe that we are born. I believe that
Uh-huh.
we live our life, and I believe that then we die, and then that's it. Lights out.
And and then that's it.
That's what I think.
And then
Yep.
what? Then nothing.
And then you are nothing. You don't exist anymore. And the world moves on without you. And if you live a good life and people tell stories about you and people remember you, then that's how you live on. If people miss you, that's how you live on. And you've lived a good life, and that's your afterlife, is the way that people talk about you when you're gone, and the things that they think about you, and the things that they say, and the stories that they tell. That's your afterlife. And if you don't have anybody saying that about you, then then you didn't live a you lived a you probably lived a pretty lonely, or maybe a solitary life. And that's not necessarily a good or bad thing, but that's what I believe.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Could be. I think I don't know. I sort of have the idea that whatever whatever it is, the energy that makes me who I am lives on in some capacity. You know what I mean? Like in some sort of
But you don't believe in ghosts, though, right?
I don't. I don't.
But isn't that what a ghost is? A ghost is just energy.
I guess. I mean, I don't. They say you can like see ghosts or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about that. I mean, I think what I'm saying is, I think that there's another dimension that we can't access here because of the skin, and
Hmm.
the
The
body
physical
that we live
plane.
in.
The physical
Yeah,
plane.
I
Yeah.
don't. I don't think that. I think that there's something else that is intangible that we can probably go back to. Not necessarily like in Armando's, bald headed, with glasses and things like that. Like, I mean, obviously not. You know what I mean? It's just in such a way where obviously it's unrecognizable. Like, and it's there's no boundaries to it. It's everything. It's nothing. It's all things at the same time, but then nothing at all, which is a concept that is just mind blowing in
I
itself.
feel like
It's
life
like, wait,
life
what's
would be
happening?
easier if I was a dog. It would just like I wouldn't be having these questions. I'm
But
petting
that's
my
what I'm
dog
saying.
right
Do you
now.
believe a
If I was
dog
just
has
a
a soul?
dog, of course I believe a dog has a soul. You look into
Yeah.
a dog's eyes, dog's looking at you like, I love you, no matter what. Like that's I'm looking at my dog right now. She's sniffing crayons. Um, but like if you're a dog though, like your life is so simple, right? Like I got to play ball today. I got to sleep a little bit. I ate some food. I pooped. I went for a walk.
Right.
My owner pet me and give me some good scratches, and now I'm sleeping again. And this is my life
Maybe
is
that's what
great.
you believe. Maybe that's what you believe they
Oh, you,
think.
you think the dog is like, oh my god, this guy again? Oh, I'm so sick of
I
looking
don't
at these
know,
people.
right? Maybe it's like he's got what is that syndrome where somebody kidnaps you and
Oh, shit! It just flew out of my head. Stockholm syndrome.
Stockholm syndrome. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like they get to the point where they're like, all right, well, it's my captor.
I think
You know, they don't know any better.
dogs have a pack mentality, and you're in
I
their
know.
pack.
I love my dog. I love my dog
Yeah,
so much.
yeah.
I don't know, man. It's one of those things that you just, I'm thinking about. It's interesting to think about what that, this whole AI thing is just once again just like opening up a whole existential
It
crisis.
bottles the mind.
It has
It's mind
boggled the
bottle,
mind.
mind bottling.
Yeah. And I mean, look, what could we do? We could ignore it. We could accept it, or we can deny it.
Or you can use it to your advantage.
Or you could use it to your advantage, which I'm going to look at, and I'm going to see what things that it has to offer, and and if it can make my life easier in some regard, then why not? As long as it's, I think I think super important is ethical, and you know um and that it doesn't hurt, right? That's where I think the differentiating factor is that it can't be harmful. It's got to be helpful. I don't know, man. Lots to think about here. Watch that video. I really want to know what you think.
Did you? Where did you put it?
It's on the Facebook page.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah, check it out.
I'll
Watch
check it out,
it.
even though I have to look at Alex Hermosi's really weird facial hair. I'll still watch it. Is he
Watch it.
wearing Daisy? Is he wearing Daisy Dukes in the video?
He is. I think he's.
What?
No, yeah. I don't think he's wearing a tank top. You can't see his legs.
Shocking, because he wears Daisy Dukes
Yeah, yeah. He
all the
want.
time.
Well, I mean, look,
I was
when you
like,
got
how do you take,
thighs like that, you
dude?
can't
But
watch. You can't wear
why?
regular clothes.
Why does anybody take this man seriously? Like he's talking to like business owners and like, these are the things you gotta do. You gotta take your pubic hair, you gotta glue it to your face, and you gotta wear Daisy Dukes, and then people are really gonna listen to you.
You make $10 million a year.
Exactly. Like how? Maybe he used to look like a normal human being. Once he made that money, he was like, I'm gonna do what I want. I like Daisy Dukes. I'm gonna wear them.
He likes it. Look, dude. He's got big thighs. He can't just, the dude is super muscular. I mean, if I look like that, I might have to just wear shorts and a tank top everywhere. I may have to do that.
I think if you look like that and you're wearing those clothes, then you've got other issues that you need to deal with. You've got
Don't we all have issues though?
you've got look at me issues.
We do. We all
Look at me.
we all have
Look at
issues
my
in some
guns. Look at my
capacity.
thunder thighs. Look at my pubic hair beard.
You know what you got to do? I'm gonna would love to talk to a pastor or a religious person about this whole AI thing and
I'll
what their thoughts are on this.
talk to my mom.
Yeah,
She's a minister.
let's bring her on the show. Let's
She'll come
ask her
on.
about this stuff.
She'll come on the
That'd be
show.
great.
Yeah.
Really want to hear.
Send her an invite. She'll come on. Let me make
It's
a note.
interesting. Yes.
My mother is an ordained Methodist minister. She just retired. I don't know if she even knows about AI though. She actually, you know what? We went to dinner with my parents last night. And we were sitting there at the table eating dinner, and my mom goes, "What do you guys know about this AL?" And I said, "AL?" And she was like, "Yeah, the computers do the things for you." And I said, "AI?" And she said, "Oh yeah, AI. It looks like an L sometimes. I don't know what it's called." So maybe she's not the best person to ask about it.
I mean, look, and as you can see, it's everywhere. It's everywhere, man.
Artificial intelligence.
Artificial intelligence.
AL, artificial intelligence.
It does look like an L, though. I use what Al is Al. Maybe we'll just call it Al.
Have you seen
HAL.
that
What was
movie?
HAL stand for? What did HAL stand for?
Hal, I don't know. I don't remember. I haven't seen the movie in a long time. Have you seen
Yep.
the movie AI, the Spielberg
Uh,
movie?
yeah. Tell me again. Who was it?
It's Haley Joel Osment from The Sixth Sense. He's like a robot kid.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
dark movie, sad movie. And all the humans die out and he's left. He's a robot who's left behind. And then he meets aliens at the end.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. He
And
survives
he's like,
everything.
it's like thousands of years in the future and they turn him on and he's like, hello, I'm creepy Sixth Sense boy. I'm a robot. You're an
That's right.
alien.
And then he does. He meets the aliens. That
Yeah.
was interesting.
And he says, I see space people.
That's
what he says at the end. I see space people. And then Bruce Willis was dead the whole time. And you're like, whoa!
He's like, what are you doing in this movie too?
This is the wrong movie,
Mind
Bruce.
blown. I totally
could
forgot about
could
that.
AI come up with that? No, AI couldn't do what we just did right there.
Maybe. Heuristically programmed algorithmic computer. HAL. Okay. Thanks for making that happen, Julie. I knew somebody knew it. Well, all right. I'm looking forward to the future though. I'm looking forward to seeing what the future brings. I think that you can go out there and you can make some things happen for yourself and be intentional about what you want. And here's the thing, that's why I believe that there's another plane here, because the universe or whatever, the energy can conspire to give you what you want, if you're clear about what it is that you want. So go out there and think about what you want and make it happen.
Or let a machine make it happen for you.
Or make a machine. Or
Thanks,
let a
AI.
machine. Or to do that. Yes. Oh my gosh. All right, guys. That's our show for 2022. We'll pick this back up next week.
We really ended on a up note there. I'm glad we.
I don't know, man. I'm telling you. I feel good about it though. I mean, there's some things that are going to be bad and there's some things that are going to be good, but I think it really is about the perspective and the lens that you look at it with, Yeah. I mean, I can look at it and pick out all of the bad shit that it can probably do. And then I could look at it and see all the good stuff that it could do, that it could produce. So I'm going to focus on the good that it can produce and, kind of go from there.
I'm going to start an army and we're going to rise up against Skynet and it's going to be great.
There you go. You heard it here first, folks.
Come with me if you want to live.
The Terminatrix lives.
Come with me if you want to live. There is no safe word. Okay, I have to go take my child somewhere. So,
all right.
Happy New Year,
man.
all you good
have
people.
A happy New Year.
You too,
and
my
we'll
friend.
see y'all next year.
Tell your niece I said happy birthday when you see her.
Will do. Tell your kid I said happy birthday as well.
Right on. Adios.
Later, man. Bye. Bye.